Leo. Welcome to your weekly reading for May 16th to the 22nd. Let's see what we have coming up here for you. It's a theme for Leo this week. I'm really hearing that you're really kind of coming into this space of not that you haven't, but I'm just feeling like believing in yourself. There's this like willpower, like this determination. There's an inner knowing. It's not just, I'm going to do this and I'm going to believe in myself. There's like this knowing who you are, knowing who you are, knowing what is meant for you, what's on your path. There's like this determination to pursue a path because of an inner knowing. It's like a gut thing kind of thing is what I'm sensing here. And there's something about that this week that's really coming into center stage. Oh, wow. There's too many cards that fell out. So there's another couple. Okay, theme for Leo. And I'm sorry if you can hear a squeaking sound in the background. It's kind of windy today, so I apologize if you can hear that. Voyage. I feel like you could be taking like a chance or a risk on something, but like a good risk. There may be some kind of offer coming in here for you. Or I also feel like this voyage is also just the spiritual journey. So for some reason, for some of you, it could be an actual trip. But I feel like a lot of you are also on your way. Like you're on your way to bigger and better things. Like you're really moving forward there. So I feel like with this voyage card, this is more about feeling safe to move forward in your life, to let some things go, to because it kind of feels like some things are phasing out is what I'm hearing. I'm hearing the word phasing out. So you're phasing out, old connections, or maybe even places of work or places that you've been, or even like a way of living, it could be certain habits, certain lifestyle choices, that kind of thing. You're phasing a lot of things out. And I'm not saying that it's actually, it just doesn't resonate. It's not really appealing. And we are moving in a newer direction. So movement. There's a lot of, that's a really strong energy for this week in general for a lot of the signs, is about moving forward and kind of ready to close up a chapter. I feel like these past few months have been about processing what we're closing up, coming to terms, reconciliation, healing through a lot of things. But I really feel like the energy is really starting to pick up here and move forward. So this is all about movement forward in whatever way that resonates with you. So. Strength, yeah. That card is coming up quite a bit as well here for a lot of the signs. That and the Five of Swords. The World, wow. And the Emperor, yeah. So this is all about standing in one's power. This is about making a empowering decision. And building really solid foundations for oneself, like having clarity about what that is, where our abundance is, where we want to have our life, like where we want to invest our energy into, and how that really is in alignment with who we are, like who we've come to be, or what we want for ourselves. I feel like a lot of that has changed. And so we're building the courage, we're building the stamina, the willpower. That's a word that kept coming up, is willpower. The willpower to get ourselves from point A to point B. The strength of, Ace of Wands. So this is about having the stamina to have our new beginning. Strength. Okay, so I kind of feel like there's also something opening up here, an opportunity. I feel like this is going to feel kind of like a surprise as well. I'm also kind of seeing that this may be an idea, like an idea that it's like it dawns on you, and it may require you to make some kind of shift or change that is, a little bit not scary, but it's just out of your comfort zone a bit, because that's usually what comes with the Strength card. It usually asks us to step out of our comfort zone, face things that usually kind of hold us back. So there's something here, this new path is challenging us to overcome blockages and a resistance. But it is our wish come true here. Yeah, and we've been working hard towards it. So we've been investing our energy, moving slowly. The Knight of Pentacles is often the card of kind of like it's a slower moving energy. But it's a commitment, it's unwavering. It doesn't shift or change very often. It's kind of like there's this stability to it, to the Knight of Pentacles. There's a commitment to it. Like, I'm going to work towards this dream that I have. So the Star card is keeping our eyes or focus on what it is that we want, on like this end goal, and kind of like getting rid of all the other distractions and options and things like that. This is about a very determined focus on something that we want. So this could have happened also in the past where we had this awakening. A lot of times Ace of Wands is this a bright new path that just kind of reveals itself to us, or it's like a light bulb moment. It's an awakening. It's opening our eyes to something, and it's helping us. And so we've been kind of diligently working very hard towards, this dream that we have, something that we have our heart set on, and holding out faith and hope for that. Yeah. So something that really speaks to the heart. And it may have been something that we didn't want to look at in the past with that Four of Cups. So something that is truly within our hearts, but we may have rejected or kind of turned away from. We may have not wanted to look at it for some time, but now I kind of feel like there's an energy of going towards it. Something that we truly love, something that is our heart's desire. What else do we need to know about this? There's a healing. I feel like there's a very deep healing that's happening in the heart chakra. I'm sensing. Ace of Cups and Four of Cups. Okay, so I'm feeling a lot of energy in the solar plexus as well. So maybe the heart and the solar are going to be really, really strong. A healing. Or just that the energy, it's like wanting your attention to kind of address any kind of blockages or anything that's kind of showing up there. The Hermit, yeah. So this is all about finding answers and clarity. Looking deep within. The Five of Pentacles. I feel like there may have been some kind of situation where, there was like either investing our energy into the wrong things or a loss of opportunity. But I kind of feel like this could also be someone else that you're dealing with. So take it as it resonates. But the energy here is investing energy into something that didn't kind of result in what we expected or what we wanted. Or kind of like looking at something as a lost opportunity. And see, we do have this, Four of Cups here, so that we rejected something in the past, or somebody rejected something in the past. And I feel like there's a Five of Pentacles energy here where there's someone kind of like reflecting, especially with this Hermit card. This is kind of like taking a second look at something and seeing something in a different perspective, changing how we view something and why it may have gone in the direction that it went in. So that was like brought to someone's attention here. And so what else do we need to know about this? This Hermit and the Five of Pentacles. Yeah, see the Hanged Man. So someone here was kind of like almost forced into this shift in perception, like something became so obvious, like glaringly obvious to them. It's like they had to life had to keep them from moving so much. Because I feel like there's someone here that may have just really distracted themselves from something they didn't want to look at, something that they didn't want to pay attention to, something that they didn't want to focus on. And it kind of shifted them into a space where they had no choice but to look at something, had no choice but to like focus in on something. And then when they really took a look at it, it really shifts their way of thinking or looking at something. It's like they're finally confronting what they've been avoiding for quite some time. And then it could have, really help them to see where they may have invested their energy into something that wasn't really what they wanted. What do we need to know about this Hanged Man? Yeah, the Nine of Wands. So this is about learning those difficult lessons. The Nine of Wands is walking away from something or kind of starting out on a new path, but with a lot more wisdom, kind of having to really understand the lesson behind some kind of journey or some kind of path and what it was trying to help us to grow into. And I love this because we have the Fool and then we have the Queen of Wands here. So this is a new path, and it has maybe a Queen of Wands for someone here. So maybe this Queen of Wands is someone else, or this could also be you as well, Leo. But this is someone who's very creative and someone who's very inspiring is what I'm hearing. Someone who really just doesn't really go along with the crowd. Someone who stands in their own like unique light and just expresses themselves and shines bright. And again, so this Queen of Wands has a very healthy solar plexus energy, really knows who she is, kind of really allows herself to be seen, allows herself to express and shine. And she's really in touch with her value. She's in touch with her identity. And that is her power. It comes from within. And so there is maybe someone who is kind of looking at this Queen of Wands and wanting to have a new beginning with this Queen of Wands, that Fool card. Can we have one more for this section? Yeah, Two of Pentacles. So there's a shift and a change, or some kind of needing to kind of change the dynamics of a connection, I feel like, with this Queen of Wands. Or the Queen of Wands could be going through her own changes in her own life. And again, it's not gender specific. It's just the energies of someone who embodies the energy of a Queen of Wands. So, but this Queen of Wands seems to, I feel like, is actually going through their own shift and change in their life, like some kind of movement. So maybe they're moving, changing careers. There's some kind of change that's happening in this Queen of Wands' life. What's happening? What's changing? Healing is what I'm hearing. So there's this significant healing that's happening. But what is going to come out of this healing? I feel like there's something that's going to happen. There's something that's going to heal, and then something is going to shift, is what I'm seeing. But I feel like someone's in this space of healing something very specific in the moment. Yeah, look at that. And then the Six of Wands. So I feel like a door is going to open because the energy gets released. So there could be something that someone has been holding on to for quite some time, causing a blockage. And I feel like there's a healing that's happening, and it's going to open up a door, and it's going to kind of free up some kind of energy for a new beginning here. So there is a shift and change. And I feel like it's happening for the Queen of Wands. And so then now we're at the World. So this is about ending of a chapter of major life lessons, karmic lessons, that kind of thing. What do we need to know about this for the World? I feel like there's a lot of manifesting here. So someone's really manifesting a new beginning, making a choice, making a decision to set out on a new path. Someone here is making some very courageous choices. I feel like there's someone that could also be doing something really unique and different, maybe kind of breaking out of some norm with their community. It's like they're kind of making a statement. So something that's a bit radical in the way that maybe other people may see them, but it feels like it's really right for their path. So there's someone here who's very determined. They know exactly where they're going, actually, is kind of what I'm seeing. There's someone who knows exactly what they're doing. But to do it is almost like this like big, shocking thing, almost is kind of what it feels like, almost kind of like, oh my gosh, I can't believe they did that, or they're going in that direction, or they're leaving this workplace. They've been here for 30 years. It's that kind of thing, some kind of big shift and change. And it kind of feels like a surprise. It'll be a surprise for other people, not necessarily for the person doing it. I think for the person doing it, making this change is a long time coming almost. But I kind of feel like there is something that will kind of feel like a shock. Okay. Then we have the Eight of Cups. So walking away from things that are not in alignment for someone. No longer resonating. And the High Priestess. Yeah. So someone who is really tapping into their spiritual wisdom and their spiritual power. So someone who can kind of see like 10 steps ahead of what is about to what is kind of happening in their life and why it's happening in that way. So the High Priestess is very much in tune. She's a highly intuitive and very much in tune with kind of what's to come for her life and her purpose and her path. It's like she has a lot of deep knowledge about who she is and why she's here and her purpose. She's very much tapping into that. And I feel like there's something about that is really helping her to move in the right kinds of direction. So this is not really like a guessing game. This is about, no, my soul is guiding me this way. And I know that there's a purpose for me to go in this direction. I may not know every single thing that's going to kind of show up for me or how it's going to show up, but I know that this feels right, that I need to go this way. The Devil. And this is huge because I feel like with this Devil card, this is about overcoming those restraints or those restrictions or those blockages or the things that help keep us down, the things that kind of convince us to stay where we are, to stay comfortable, to not grow, to not expand, you know? So that ego is like, no, we don't want you to grow. We don't want you to expand. We like you right where you are, where we have control over you. So, so that's kind of like, so there's some kind of radical change or move or decision that we make that breaks us out of that. Yeah. And then into our freedom with the Nine of Pentacles. So I feel like there is a breaking free, and this may not resonate for everyone, but I feel like there's some kind of breaking free of a dependency. And I don't know what the dependency is. That's going to be different for different people. But I feel like with this Devil card, I'm strongly feeling dependency. So whether that's, dependency on like a thing, on a person or finances, whatever it is, it's a breaking free of that because the Nine of Pentacles is all about independence. It's all about being able to establish security and safety from within and kind of establishing your own roots, like planting your own roots and being a leader in your own life. So I feel like there's someone here who is powerfully really stepping into their own power in that way. And, kind of walking away or detaching themselves from that dependency. So what else do we need to know about this? The Devil and the Nine of Pentacles. Yeah, Five of Wands. I love this. So this is about determination and the willpower, again, to break free from what has been holding us down or what has been holding us back. So this is a powerful move on the part of this, I feel like this High Priestess, because it's like really tapping into one's power and being able to, that's a gift. It's like a gift that this High Priestess has to be able to look deeper within, beneath the surface to see why things are moving and shifting in the way that they are and what they are trying to reveal to this person. So, and what they need to do in order to move forward in the right direction. So I'm really picking up on someone who has very clear direction from within and they're holding their ground. So the Five of Wands is someone who has the confidence in themselves to be able to withstand any kind of resistance or any kind of pushback that they may get from the outside world. I feel like it's like no concern. This is someone who is very well trained in what they are setting out to do. It's like life has prepared them for this journey ahead. I feel like you're ready. It may be like a challenge, but I'm not seeing that it's not something that you can't handle. I feel like it's something that is just a bit out of your comfort zone because we do have that Strength card that showed up in the beginning of the reading. But it's like a healthy amount of challenge, it's like just enough to make life a little interesting. So I feel like that is what's kind of happening here. What else do I need to know about this Five of Wands? I see a lot of victory and a lot of success because you're doing exactly what you're supposed to be doing. Yeah, Knight of Wands. So look at that. This is a proud warrior. This is like, the soldier that is ready for battle, ready for fight. Like he spent all this time training with the Five of Wands. This is about like this person being in preparation, allowing themselves to kind of like really learn the trade, learn the way of how to face things when the time comes, when these challenges face you, when it's time to make a decision, what to prioritize, what is important, what do we value. And I feel like with that Knight of Wands, when it's time and the path comes, you are ready. You are ready to charge forward. You are ready to kind of like know what it is that you want, and your priorities are straight. Like what you want for yourself, you're clear about that. So when you move forward, you know what to ask for, you know what to look for, and you also know what to say no to. You also know, like, like it's kind of like you've also learned from the past as well, what works for you and what doesn't. So I really love this passionate, forward moving energy that we're kind of headed towards here. Let's pick one more here with the Five of Wands and Knight of Wands. Yeah, Seven of Wands. So defending the things that really matter to you, really putting up strong boundaries as well with the Seven of Wands. This is someone who is very much in their, they're in their power in the sense that they know what is worth protecting, and this is about knowing like the value of what's something that's in someone's life. So whether that's a person or a career or a path, it's like, no, I know that out of everything in my life, like this is the one thing that I am wanting the most. And this is what my soul wants. This is like my path, and I have to protect that. And then we have the Wheel of Fortune. And I feel like that is going to cause a Wheel of Fortune moment. So some kind of shift, some kind of sudden change of events that's going to help push like a vision forward is what I'm seeing here. Yeah. Okay. Let's go into the Emperor, since we're kind of like in this beautiful, empowering energy. So this is a good place to move into this Emperor energy here, who is a leader in their own right. Yeah, balance. So coming into peace, balance, harmony. I'm also hearing like someone who really doesn't engage. I'm hearing something about not engaging in things that just don't serve this Emperor. It's like there's very clear boundaries as well. Like there's very clear, like being able to see clearly what is worth investing their energy in, and is bringing peace and harmony for this Emperor. Oh, wow. How beautiful. I love this. Okay, so then we have the Eight of Pentacles and we have the Empress. So I feel like maybe there's a connection here where maybe both parties, or, I really feel like both parties here in their own way are working very hard in establishing balance within themselves. And what that's bringing is balance within the connection. I feel like if you are in a connection like this divine counterpart, the Emperor and the Empress are doing exactly what they need to be doing. So if you're ever kind of doubtful or feeling a bit unsure if we're doing the right things or going in the right direction, I'm being strongly guided to say that you are. So just to kind of like reassure, especially if you're focusing on yourself and you're kind of like really focusing on what you're being guided to do, like following your intuition, you're right. And I think that Temperance card, this is all about patience. Because something is being weaved, there are these things that are being like kind of connected and adjusted and moved around. And so I really feel like patience is really important here, as to both energies are coming into their own power, the Empress and the Emperor. And the Page of Swords. So watching and waiting, observing, understanding, learning, looking at a new way of doing something. So maybe this Emperor is kind of watching this Empress and kind of waiting. I actually feel like someone is kind of waiting to make their move. I really picked up on that really strongly. It's kind of like this Emperor has this just cup waiting. It's like, I'm going to leave this here and I'm just going to watch and wait until I feel like it's time for me to make my move. But in the meantime, the energies are kind of like, I think there is a lot of patience here. There's a lot of determination, patience, and willing to wait for the right time. But there is someone kind of watching and waiting. I feel like if this Emperor is watching this Empress. That's what I kind of feel. And they're watching because they're waiting for a time to kind of say something, or maybe express their emotions, express something. I feel like there's some kind of expression that's wanting to be. Yeah, see, communication. I feel like someone here wants to communicate their emotions. They want to communicate their feelings. And I feel like someone is actually working on themselves to muster up the courage to do it. And I feel like that could also be the Eight of Pentacles. And I feel like, both parties are in a way really working on themselves in the way that they need to come into balance and harmony. But I also feel like someone here is really working on, developing the clarity that they need, and also maybe the right words to say. Because with this Knight of Swords and the Knight of Cups, like this is someone rushing in, wanting to say something about how they feel. And I kind of feel like someone is just watching and waiting for the right time to do that. So communication could happen this week because we do have retrograde, and a lot of times, things like that tend to happen around retrograde. So communication could happen towards the end of the week here from someone like wanting to really communicate how they feel, and they're just kind of watching and waiting to, say the right thing. So that seems really important. But then we have the Tower that's on top of it. So I kind of feel like this is going to really change something. Wow. Okay. It's going to cause a massive change in someone's foundation, actually. Like the way this communication, saying something, is going to cause a shift, a major shift. Can we have more information about this? Four of Wands, the Tower. And the Page of Wands. But I feel like it is something that's going to, clear the way for a new beginning, for sure, the Page of Wands. It's almost like hitting the refresh button on something, on someone's path. It's like an awakening, actually. I feel like it's going to awaken someone's passion. Something here is going to come in and it's going to awaken someone's passion. What else do we need to know about this? The Page of Wands. Six of Swords. And that is going to help someone. It's going to help someone move out of a situation that's actually been feeling a bit heavy with the Six of Swords and a bit conflicting. I feel like there's someone here maybe trying to balance some kind of complicated maybe situation, or it's like they're trying to navigate through some a sticky situation. And it could have been causing inner chaos, like not chaos in the outside world. It's almost feeling like internally there is like this conflict that's happening, but there's something coming in here for somebody that is going to help clear the path, clear the way, that is going to help them move out of some kind of situation where it's causing a bit of an inner struggle or inner battle. Yeah, especially, see the Five of Swords. Remember earlier I said that card just keeps coming out this week. What do we need to know about this Five of Swords? What does this mean here for Leo? See, I feel like this is the thing that's been kind of causing a bit of conflict. It's a Five of Swords. So this is about maybe dishonesty, or I feel like there's something coming. Okay, I feel like someone is kind of moving into a place where they don't have to juggle so much, is what I'm seeing here with the Five of Swords. Like there's something coming in here where it's like you may be in a situation where you're kind of teetering between, your old life and a new life kind of thing, needing to balance because like something hasn't come in yet, or something hasn't really balanced out yet, and there's no like feeling stuck in something. And it's causing maybe like this Five of Swords where like I'm still in this place where I'm not really resonating with where I am, but I feel like I still have to be here because I'm waiting for some kind of forward movement to help me to move into a place where I can feel more peaceful on the inside. So with this Five of Swords, it's not about necessarily like dishonesty when we're being dishonest with someone or even with ourselves. I feel like this is more about wanting to move out of a space where we can feel more in harmony with our life. Like it's more in alignment with where we are, because I feel like there's this in-between energy that's a bit uncomfortable. It's discomfort is what I'm kind of feeling. It's more of a discomfort. Six of Swords and Five of Swords. What else do I need to know about this? Yeah, the Lovers. So this is about making a choice of I feel like, see, the Five of Swords, I said, remember earlier I said that card just keeps coming out this week. What do we need to know about this? The Page of Wands. So this is about making a choice of, choice of, This is about choosing what is right for you, even if it might be something that comes with some sacrifices. That's what I'm seeing. Can we have one more here? I feel like towards the end of the week, there's like some major movement. Wow, look at that. The Two of Cups. So definitely a twin flame situation because we have the Emperor, the Empress, the Two of Cups, the Lovers. So there's definitely some kind of communication that's going to cause a change. It's going to help. It's going to help someone move out of. Yeah, it's like hidden, right? Two of Swords. It's like hidden. A lot of this it's a mystery. It's like not really clear about how this is going to happen or what's going to change. But there is balance coming in. It feels like the end of the week feels a bit more kind of like there's some kind of. And there's a lot of passion here, determination, movement forward. It feels like towards the end of the week, there's something like kind of someone saying something. I feel like someone expressing something, and it's going to cause a change. It's going to shift something, shift the energy. There's like a release. I feel like this came up for Pisces as well. The same, very similar message where it's not necessarily like, because this might be something you already know, it may be something you're already aware of, but it's more about the act itself of actually speaking is releasing some kind of blockage for someone, and releasing that blockage is catalyzing, like kind of like this Wheel of Fortune tower moment. So it's more about the energy that's moving through rather than the words themselves. I mean, I think the words themselves will also be, important, obviously. But I feel like a lot of it is already well known, especially if you're watching this reading. I feel like it's probably the one that's more intuitive and kind of can tune into these things and sees what's happening and what's coming. So I feel like it's less about the words themselves and more about what it means for the connection. Okay, let's go into some oracle. It's a guidance message here for Leo this week. Guidance for Leo this week. What should Leo focus on this week? Yeah. So you're definitely attracting. This is oh gosh, that 44. That's a really powerful card. That's a very powerful number here. It's a master number. And I feel like it's about, foundations. It's about stability. It's about security. It's about really attracting something for you that is going to carry you forward. It's going to move you forward. This is also, I also associate 44 with like angel protection and guidance. So know that you're being watched over. Your path is being watched over. I do feel like there is a sense you're a bit of at a crossroads, that you're kind of, but I also feel like it's not much of, I feel like you do know what to choose for yourself, and you're just kind of taking this moment to reflect before you start walking on that path. I feel like you know what direction you need to go in. Deep breaths this week, I feel like, because I kind of feel like you can sense there's some kind of energy approaching you, especially with that attraction card. Like you're really attracting, it's like it's coming, there's something big kind of coming. I can feel that. Yeah. And so your guidance is to really help yourself to balance. So kind of have a ritual every day of balancing out your energies, balancing out your chakras, grounding yourself. That's going to be really helpful as you navigate through something that's, I feel like, is coming towards you. And it's going to shift your life in a big way, it feels like. What is an animal message here? I'm really getting the sense that you guys are traveling or moving somewhere, because now I'm getting this feeling that you're getting like someone getting on a plane. Flying. So some of you may be flying somewhere, and it's getting like, it's like this vibe of I'm on this plane, I'm here. I have no idea what is going to come from this, but I'm really trusting. It's like really being in a place of unknown. Even if you're super intuitive, like you're still going to be this sense of like, this feels right. I know I'm making the right decision. I've been kind of preparing for this. I've been feeling like I've been trained for this, and I know what decision I needed to make, and I made it. But I still feel like I have no idea what's about to happen. But I really feel like it's good stuff. I feel like it's just new. It's just different. And it's away from what we have grown used to. It's kind of uprooting the comfort zone. take this message as it resonates too. If this is not resonating with you, then this may not be the energies that are coming towards you or kind of what's happening for you, but it is definitely happening for someone because I feel it really strongly. Okay. Animal message here for Leo. Yeah, that makes sense. Think on your feet and be loyal to what you love. So again, this is, needing to like, here, this is my offer and this is what I have to say. What do you think? Or what are we going to do about this? And then be loyal to what you love. So this is all about that connection. And I feel like this length of time up until now is because I feel like it's been different. So whether it's been the past couple of years or the past couple of months, weeks, whatever it is, there has been like this, I feel like I need to find some clarity within to figure out when this does happen or when this kind of starts to come towards me, I'll know what to do. And that's what that 5 of Wands was for you earlier. It was like in that training mode. And then we have that Knight of Wands where it's like, once you have exactly, you're in alignment with what you want going forward. It's like, what to choose. So, but the energy feels very powerful, it's like exciting, but also a little bit, you may be a bit nervous at the same time. This is very specific and I'm feeling it very strongly. So, yeah. And now my hands are starting to get a little bit, sweaty. So, I think that this is an interesting week for you, Leo. I'm excited to see kind of how this plays out, but, yeah, I hope you have a wonderful week ahead and you, make sure to balance your energies. I think that's really important as well. Prioritize that this week to really every day, like have a ritual and have that balance and that grounding, and kind of try to stay in the moment, stay in the present moment. So I know that's hard, but that's what I'd have to say. Okay. I hope you have a wonderful week ahead. If this reading resonated, don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you for next week. Bye, Leo.